Good morning. My name is Ann Thompson. I am the owner of Shepherd's Needle in Little Rock, Arkansas. Several of the ladies in my shop that watch Flosstube have encouraged me to do this. Several of you that are doing Flosstube, your own channel, have encouraged me to do this. So this is number one for the Shepherd's Needle Flosstube. Today is June the 22nd. I chose today for my first one because today would be my mom's 77th birthday if she was still with us. So in honor of her, I'm going to kick off number one in just memory of my mom, which is a precious lady. As sure as I am, feel your mom was or is as important to you as she was to me. Please come back. This is my first one, so please bear with me. I am a little nervous because I'm putting myself out there, and hopefully you will enjoy. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our page, because we just want to share our passion with you. My love of needlework started many years ago with my grandmother. She quilted. And back then they had the big old eye hooks in their ceiling, and their little wood frame on some type of string rope that they, in the evenings when their work was done, they would roll it down and spend their evenings quilting. She hand quilted, and that was what I really enjoyed watching her do, and she would let me help her do the little hand quilting of putting everything together, the batting and the front and the back. And so I so enjoyed that. And then later on, my sister, Deb, gave me a couple of little pieces that she had cross-stitched back then on Hardanger 22. You can still get it, and I still get requests for it, believe it or not. But she done a couple of little pieces for me for my kitchen. I still have those. I'll put my hands on them as quick as I can and hopefully show them in a future Flosstube. But I love the look so much that I wanted her to do more. If you're a cross stitcher, you know that your time is valuable, and that you do want to give things away, but you can't do something for everybody. So she told me to learn. Needless to say, I never thought back then, because that was probably in the early 80s, that I would have evolved into owning a needlework shop. So I love cross stitch. It is my passion. Second place, but it's coming right up close to it, is punch needle. I have reached out and about 4 years ago, learned how to do punch needle, and it's just wonderful. I spend my evenings when I get home from the shop, either else cross stitching or punch needle. If I'm super tired, I reach to punch needle. That way I don't have to worry about counting and frogging. If any of you know what frogging is all about, if you make a mistake, you're going to have to rip it like a frog. And I've done plenty of that. It happens to all of us, so if you frog, that's okay too. Today is cloudy here in Arkansas. Of course, we've had a lot of flooding this year. A lot of people have lost their homes, lost everything, so our heart goes out to them and we keep them in our prayers. Also, because of the flooding and or areas not getting rain, our farmers need your prayers. My sister Deb, her husband Joe, they farm. And so I understand a little bit about what farming life is like and when they are affected by too much rain or too little rain. So thanks, Deb, for teaching me many, many years ago how to cross stitch. And it has put me to this point that I want to show you a few things that we have that I'm working on, just kind of a little bit about what's going on for me and recently what I've done, what I've not done. I have a work, what I'm working on behind the scenes is what I'm going to call this one, and it will stay in behind the scenes for probably until maybe late September, October. At the Nashville market this year, 2019, Miss Kathy from Hands On Designs released her Apothecary series. Freedom freedom is what I want to put out here for you. A lot of people like specific things, and that's great. I'm a cross stitcher and a punch needle that's going to go all across the board. I love Halloween. I love Christmas. I love samplers. I love smalls, very simple smalls, um, intricate smalls. Um, just anything that has to do with cross stitch pretty much can draw my attention. That doesn't mean that I will stitch every designer or even their taste, but I do have an appreciation for their work. We have many models here to try to give you a variety as a customer when you walk through the door. But we're here today to promote the love of cross stitch, the love of punch needle. And so Kathy released this at the market again in Nashville. And I'm working on it behind the scenes because I've changed everything. I love her designs. I love this set particularly. It just draws my attention. Just a helpful hint, that is my initials, my monogram, or not my monogram, but my initials. So I thought this was really cute to see. So this is kind of my own bat bomb. I have changed the fabric. I have changed the majority of the threads. Kathy's pieces were beautiful when we pulled the fabric that she chose in our dye lot of threads. It just didn't do what hers did, her models did at market. So I wanted to do justice for her and increase the love of needlework just by when you see the model, that's what draws your attention to purchase it. I think it helps more. So behind the scenes, I am working on the Apothecary series. I will finish up number 5 tonight, I think, and then I will move forward with number 6, trying to stay on top of everything. We are now open. It is 10 o'clock here in the shop, so you may hear a little bit of noise, but I want to keep moving forward and see if we can't get this one finished and posted for you to view. Thanks, Kathy. I look forward to posting more. Something that I recently finished was My Country from Lori from Lottie Da. Love her pieces. I feel relaxed. Kathy's little piece is kind of like, that little, you want to be a kid again and go trick or treating. I do, anyhow. But this piece of Lori's, and I have several of hers that I have stitched, kind of just put me in a relaxed mood. And so this one really turned out gorgeous. This picture just does not do it justice. She stitched it on putty with needlepoint silks and gave you the DMC conversions. Most of the time, I jump out of the box. It's just something that I do. Sometimes I go with everything that was called for. On this particular one, I chose to change a lot. Let me get it up here to see if you can see it. And so I'm going to leave it for just a second there. All right, I chose Picture This Plus Heroic. I stitched this one on 40 count, and then I changed the threads. I used black for the bird. Hold it up here one more time. I just used DMC black for the bird because I just wanted it does use 2 colors. I chose not to because I just wanted a crow or a raven or blackbird, whatever you want to call him. And then these are the called for threads that I chose, which, let me see, I don't have the DMC black pulled, but I think everybody can imagine that one. So these are the colors, which I used Cranberry and Midnight from Sampler Threads, and then Graphite and Gunmetal from Weeks Dye Works. We will be making a file for you to click over to see all the information that we've shared in here. I'm not sure that we will post it here at the very bottom, but we're hoping to do something that will link you over to all the information that I have shared today. So again, just one more time, this is My Country Isn't it great that we live in a country with so much freedom? Um, and it's just precious. It's just precious. All right. Please feel free to stitch what you want to stitch. Don't let somebody discourage you from stitching what interests you. If you're not interested in la-di-da, but you like memorabilia, go for it. Don't let nobody put you in a box of what you enjoy as far as stitching. It is a stress reliever again for me, so I try to stay within that. What I'm going to do next, and these are just shop models that I want to share with you. You're welcome to make comments. Please do. Again, please like our page. But I'm going to start off with Lone M Lane, and this is called Thankful. I changed, she used, I believe it was Legacy on this one. I'm going to double check for us. No, actually, I'm sorry, she used Fog. If I can make this work. We chose Wren, so I'm hoping that'll show up. Wren is just a beautiful one. We love Fog too. I wanted a little bit more of a fall-looking color behind it, so I chose Wren. This one is stitched on the called for count, and I don't have one of the blue boxes, but I'm going to show you right quick. Lone M Lane not only has cross-stitch design, but they make all kinds of beautiful wood products. This particular one here is like the old-fashioned pincushions that you could clamp to the table by your chair. Whoops, I knew that was going to happen. So you're going to mount something in top, whether you choose one of her designs or something else, that's up to you. It has a beautiful little drawer that slides out, extra needles, something that I would probably put in mine. I will eventually put one of these by my chair. I go through a lot of black, white, and a crew, so I could throw some little bobbins of black, white, and a crew in there. Just whatever works for you. Okay, and so that was what was used to mount this beautiful little piece. Okay, they did mount it as you saw in the blue, and I have chose to do this one in the brown. I'm just going to do a temporary mount so we can insert other pieces, other designers, but it would be very pretty in that. And then also, while I've got this up, I'm going to show you Brenda Gervais. She has one too called Arrest Thy Needle. Brenda is with Thy Needle and Thread, and this is her piece that goes into one of the little boxes just as well. And we have it, if I can unbury it, we have it stitched up there close. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and put a whiteboard behind it for you. This one is on a lighter fabric. This one is called for fabric and called for colors. I'm going to make an exception here. I want a bolder border around it, so I'm going to use their rust colored box. Okay, and mount it in that. I think it will be a very, very pretty finish. And again, I can do this as just a pop in, pop out. So if I want to interchange, I can. And then I want to do a giveaway. So for you that are going to be watching or will be watching, I want you to make a comment about who inspired you to do needlework. Who inspired you to learn how to cross stitch? Was it your mother, your grandmother, whatever? And our giveaway will be for one of the Lone M Lane pincushions. All of your names will go into a drawing, random. I think there's a numeral generator or something out there that I'm learning about, but this will be our giveaway. So please make sure that you make a comment so you can have the chance to win. Like and subscribe to our page, because this is going to be something that's going to be an awesome little present for you. I will do another video in approximately 2 weeks. And at that point, it may not be as long, but I will generate and put the winner out there and get back to you on it. We are getting close to opening, so I'm going to kind of try to speed this up just a little bit and kind of see what else we can show you quickly. A couple of things that I have new in the shop. I don't want to just overwhelm you with product. Is new ones from My Big Toe, Quaker Endurance. I love Quaker. I love doing a monochromatic of all one color. This one uses multiple colors, and so I want you to see that this is just really, really beautiful. And then another one that she released this week is just cute as it can be, Chicken Crazy. And one of my shop girls here, her family has chickens, and she just fell in love with Chicken Crazy. Mine would need to be Kitten Crazy, but anyhow, it still is just cute, because I think we can all can relate that there is, we're one chicken, one kitten, one puppy short of being crazy on some days, just what life gives us. So thank you very much for watching what you've seen so far. I'm going to wrap up with a little bit of punch needle. If you've never learned punch needle, it is a fabulous thing to do, to learn. Helps. And so this, I want to show you, this is a new one that is punch needle and prim stitch. It's the summer issue. Deb, that is the editor of this, introduced this 2016, I think, at Market, that she was going to be doing this, and oh my goodness, it has been one of my favorites that we just look for it's a quarterly issue, so we just enjoy it every time it comes out. We always keep a shop copy so you can thumb through it and look at it before you make your purchase. And then if you're interested in learning punch needle, Shepherd's Needle is hosting Shawn Arnett from Threads That Bind. She will be here doing 2 workshops, the 24th and 25th, the 26th and 27th. You will get 2 days from 1 to 6 with her. Our theme is Christmas in July. She will be using Misty Fuse on both pieces. So if you've never took her class, you want to join. Whether you get to join us here, please take time to seek Shawn out and learn how to do punch needles. She's just creative. She also does wool applique and rug hooking, just down to earth. You will enjoy her thoroughly. Again, so if you want to sign up with us, please check out our website or give us a call here at the shop. We have everything, I think, posted, or we'll have for you to get a hold of us. So Shawn was who taught me, so my last little thing I'm going to show you is what I learned from her. So she was in Eureka Springs about 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, and I contacted her and drove up. And she was so gracious to set time aside to teach me how to do punch needle. And so this is what she showed us to do. Michelle went with me. Michelle helps me here in the shop on Thursday. Sweet lady, come see us on Thursdays and meet Michelle. She's a hoot, and we love her. But Michelle and I went up and took the class, private class, which was really sweet. But we wanted to learn how to. Michelle already had done some, but she had not done any of Shawn's, so we wanted to kind of jump in there and learn from a pro. I really feel like Shawn's a pro. Her designs are just so sweet and so neat. We do carry a lot of her designs, so if you want to put your hands on it and see and touch and feel, come on in. But I'm going to show you 2 here. It's actually the same thing. One is Michelle's and one is mine. And what I did was I took mine outside and used some antiquing spray on it. So the first one I'm going to show you is Michelle's, just because it does not have the antiquing spray to it. And my apologies, I did not get this one ironed prior to, but this is Michelle's. So it's just really, really sweet. And so there you go. And then mine. Some people like the bright colors and everything, and I like it all. So some things I won't distress and some things I will. Since I had the opportunity to have Michelle's model, I thought, well, I will distress mine so you can see. And so this one has just been toned down with a little bit of aging spray, which is really neat. I have done a lot of tea dye and coffee dye to things, but I wasn't quite for sure on punch needle if I wanted to do that. I wasn't for sure of the effect. And so this is just a little aging spray that's in a bottle that you just spray on and let it dry. I think this one I probably sprayed about 3 times to get more of an age look that I wanted to it. But anyhow, like I said, I love punch needle, I love cross stitch, and then we're here to promote needlework. The market this year did have some new vendors, which was really, really fun. Cross stitch has not went away. It has changed. The brick and mortar stores are not as plentiful as they used to be, but we are doing our best to stay up on the new things and what's new, but not just what's new, what's old. So in future posts, I will also I'll pull some things that are just older designs but still are loved. My framer, I took something to him. Actually, I took 3 pieces to him a couple of weeks ago. Him and his wife used to have a needle workshop, so I love using him. But I took 3 things to him, and he knew exactly what they were. Um, and so probably in the next video, I'll have those and I'll show them to you. They were actually donated, and I'll give you a little bit of story on them when we share them. But we want to thank you for your time this morning or this evening, whenever you do look at our video. I do want to keep them timely. I want you to be able to watch them quickly, or at least on your lunch break. I feel like if I can keep them down to approximately 30 minutes, give or take, then you can watch it while you're stitching on your lunch break, or I have a mini iPad and earbuds, so I can actually watch while I'm sitting in a doctor's office, just many places that you can view nowadays thanks to technology. Again, I want to thank you for viewing. Remember to make your comments below about your reason for your love of cross stitch or punch needle, because either one would fit in this. This is going to be our giveaway. In 2 weeks, I will do a little video. It may not include anything, but just a little bit of information. In our winter, I don't want to make commitments and then not be able to keep up with it because I am a busy lady. My husband is an HVAC guy, so we also have a heat and air business, and this time of the year is really, really busy for us. So I have to balance between both of the businesses and make sure that I neglect neither one. So again, this is the kind of a chocolate brown. So if you are interested, please make a comment below. Share who was your enthusiast that got you to doing punch needle. And we look forward to hopefully seeing you at our Flosstube number 2. Thanks. This is Ann Thompson. I'm Ann Thompson with Shepherd's Needle in Little Rock, Arkansas. And may your day, may your weekend, may your month, may everything in life bring you joy every day of doing your needlework, and that you share it with others. Thanks, and bye, guys. Ladies, have a good one.